This article just came out just a few minutes ago. It seems that the headlines from The Guardian, it says that Dubai ruler, Sheikh Mohammed, hacked his ex-wife using NSO Pegasus Spyware, High Court judge finds. That's the heading. It says Sheikh Mohammed used spyware on Princess Haya and 5 associates in unlawful abuse of power, judge rules. Okay. Now, before I even read this article, I'm just trying to look at the larger picture. Okay. Understand this much. Now, I'm not the type of guy who likes to be biased. If something is bad about what I don't like, I'll just say, yeah, see. And something is good is there, I'll not talk about it at all. And for most of you who follow me on my YouTube channel, know for a fact that I actually admire Sheikh Mohammed for what he has done, his leadership qualities, his business acumen. Agreed, he is not he's not like a role model. And I know for a fact, many people, they tell me, oh, I lost respect for you, Loy. You like that guy. For me, I keep it real. I tell it as it is. Dubai is not perfect. UAE is not perfect. There are a lot of things which are not perfect about UAE and about any other human being. But that doesn't mean I have to hate someone who, just because everyone hates, even I hate him. So you might not like Sheikh Mohammed. I like Sheikh Mohammed. He's not perfect. He's maybe not the ideal husband or ideal father, whatever, as per the media. But for me, according to me, he's not a bad guy. However, having said that, when I look at these articles, which are, coming like a drip feed one by one about Dubai, about Sheikh Mohammed, I'm just thinking, is this a planned attack? Like in terms of media, is this a planned, systematic attack to hit Dubai where it hurts? Because today UAE has plenty of enemies. The Houthi rebels, even though they said that they have made peace with Qatar, I am of the opinion that if you have hurt someone really bad, made them lose a lot of money, destroyed their business, their credibility, their brand, spied on them, all of a sudden, if you become friends, you don't forget that. Let's say, for example, I personally attacked you, I attacked your wife, I made you lose your job, I destroyed your business, I tried everything possible. I ganged up with all your friends and made them your enemies. And I hurt your business for 2 years, 5 years. And then one fine day I say, okay, fine, sorry, let's make friends. I don't think you would forget. I don't think you would say, when you're sitting privately, I don't think you would say that, yeah, it's okay, that guy hurt me. We as human beings, we don't forget. And these are Arabs, and especially Muslims, they don't forget. Now, I understand that Qatar, Saudi, UAE have made peace for name's sake, just to show, okay, we are not at war. But deep down, they are all hurting. And now, UAE also has Saudi to contend with. If, at least, let me put this on mute, at least in terms of economically, okay, because UAE disrespected Saudi in the oil deal in OPEC, and they openly disagreed with Saudi. And Saudi, especially MBS, is a very egoistic guy. He doesn't take very kindly to someone saying no to him. And UAE and Saudi were like bum chums, and then all of a sudden, UAE, insults Saudi publicly in OPEC, which was a shock. And then Saudi says, yeah, you forgot who's your daddy. I'm going to show you. And then Saudi started this economic Cold War where they said every company that has its base in UAE, before you are getting some perks and benefits like the free zone and all that, now you're not going to get any benefits if you don't open up in Saudi. I'm not going to give you government contracts. Basically, I'm not going to give you any contract. So you want to get benefits in Saudi, you better keep me happy. And not just, open in UAE and think you can do business freely. And On top of that, before they were getting certain perks and privileges, now they've destroyed. So what I'm trying to tell you is UAE has plenty of people who don't like UAE. And given the fact that UAE is now, I just saw the update, it seems Israelites or Israel does not need, Israeli citizens do not need visa to come to UAE. You're just open. UAE can go to Israel, Israel can come to UAE openly. Now, all this is pissing off a lot of Arab countries and Muslims, okay? So now, when you factor in all this, the Houthis, Saudi, Qatar, and invisible enemies of Sheikh Mohammed over the years, I just feel that the best, the best attack that you can have on someone is to hit them where it hurts. And right now, Expo 2020 is the most important project for Dubai, for UAE, especially Dubai, and especially Sheikh Mohammed. It's his vision. And okay, the opening ceremony was great, but if you notice, Sheikh Mohammed did not speak. He did not say a single word. I mean, this was his dream. He should have spoken something. Now, my only assumption was maybe his health was bad, or one is his health is bad, or maybe he just doesn't want to talk because he's pissed off. And for those people who have gone to Expo 2020, there are many stands, stalls not open. They're still finding it very challenging to bring people to visit Expo 2020. That is why before I told you this, the ticket was 500 dirhams per head. That was what was planned. Now it's 3 dirhams per head. And now they're even giving free tickets to people, family passes free to people. One sheikh is coming and saying, okay, I'm going to sponsor 1,000 passes. So now they're even doing it for free. In fact, there was another update that I got. Nannies are for free. Housemaids are for free. People who are like laborers, people who are with families are free. I think, and they've even started, you can do exercise in Expo 2020, that area, because it's so big. They want people to come there because it's empty. And remember, I'd given you this prediction, my video 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I told you, Expo 2020, that title, Expo 2020 is a financial disaster waiting to happen. It's such a massive place. So even if people come there, it's like having a dot, one person in such a large area. It'll look empty. It looks like a desert ghost town. In fact, I got one lady who's working there. What she told me is there's nobody. They're just sitting there and doing nothing. They're waiting the whole day for nobody to come. So now when you have this, it looks really bad on UAE because, anybody who is particular about privacy, especially now Facebook's, that scandal is going on. Even there, I feel Mark Zuckerberg, the person who is talking about Facebook, she is being well trained how to say, how to speak, what to speak, because Mark Zuckerberg pissed off the wrong people by blocking their content. In politics, when you piss off people, you can never get away. They will take revenge. And I feel it's a beginning of the end for Mark Zuckerberg. They're going to keep attacking him until his control crumbles. Maybe they'll not destroy Facebook, but they're not going to leave Mark Zuckerberg. They're not going to leave that Twitter guy. I can't get his name. They're not going to leave the social media giants, because if you hurt and harm anybody who is in the political realm, or who is in politics and power, if you hurt someone, either you destroy them completely, or it's like a cobra, you just injure them. They will never forget it. They will keep chasing you down. So this is what is happening with Sheikh Mohammed. So I look at this as a very calculated attack on Sheikh Mohammed and Dubai, UAE. And given the way that Sheikh Mohammed has been behaving, and I feel he really loves Princess Haya, and he has been hurt. Among all his wives, she was the only one who he is to take publicly, show the world, take her everywhere, show her as the image of Dubai. And so, sometimes what happens is when you end up falling in love with a person and you love that person much more, we always have done that. We tend, like even me, I was a playboy, enjoyed with so many girls. But then the girl I really loved, she didn't love me as much and she dumped me. So same thing happened with Sheikh Mohammed. He loved among all his wives, he loved Prince Haya the most because he used to take her out, show her to the whole world, and she was the most intelligent of the lot. And well, she had an extramarital affair with her boyfriend, security guard, and I think this hurt Sheikh Mohammed the most. And then obviously she took a very smart move and escaped without being assassinated or captured. And now, she's taking up this court case in UK where there is protection. And this is actually hitting Sheikh Mohammed where it hurts the most. So I just look at it as a very unfortunate thing for a guy. I mean, all his life he enjoyed the position of power. He wanted to be global, horse racing, breaking world records, making Dubai the global Las Vegas of the Middle East. And now, in his old age, at the age of 70, his health is deteriorating. He has blood pressure, sugar, all that. And now he's having to face all this. I mean, it really must mess up his head. And now we are having these British tabloid papers, all that. They're coming and saying this. So I feel all this is a planned attack. Now, I'll read out a few things here and there. You give me your thoughts about it. The ruler of Dubai hacked the phone of his ex-wife, Princess Haya, using NSO Group's controversial Pegasus spyware in an unlawful abuse of power and trust, a senior High Court judge has ruled. I don't know why it's surprising, because obviously UAE has that technology, it has the power, so why wouldn't they use it? I don't know why it's surprising. I mean, they would definitely use it. If you have a spyware, why not use it? So, and it's not just UAE, man. Every country is doing that. USA is doing that on its own citizens. They call it what? The Patriotic Act, and UK is doing it. Why do you think they want to get rid of Julian Assange or Snowden? Why do you think they want to? They call them traitors, but they expose the system. All governments spy on everyone. So I don't know why they are trying to portray Dubai only as bad. Okay. The president of the family division found that agents acting on behalf of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid al-Maktoum, was also the Prime Minister of United Arab Emirates, a close ally of Britain, hacked Haya and 5 of her associates while the couple were locked in a court proceedings in London concerning the welfare of her 2 children. Those hacked include 2 of Haya lawyers, one of whom, Lady Shackleton, sits in the House of Lords, and is tipped off about the hacking by Cherie Blair, who works for Israeli NSO Group. In July, a Guardian investigation revealed for the first time that Haya and her associates were on the data set believed to be indicate people of interest to a government client of NSO, thought to be Dubai. See, the thing is, when you know for a fact that Dubai has this technology, obviously this why. Like, for example, people tell me, hey, Lloyd, they might be spying on you, take a Proton email, have multiple passwords, have this, have that. Listen, if someone wants to hack anyone, they can hack. And if they really want to hack, they'll just send someone here, put a gun to their head, tell me where it is, or I'll kill you. So I follow a thumb rule. Anything that you put on your computer or smartphone, and if it's connected to the internet, it can be hacked. So if you have something that is so important, never connect it to the internet, never connect it to a computer, keep it in a hard disk. That's basic common sense, So I don't know why they are hacking. Sir Andrew McFarlane damning judgment from 5th May is now published, appears to confirm the finding, which was part of Pegasus project investigation, and goes further in saying that unlawful surveillance was actually carried out. Haya's phone was found to be hacked 11 times in July and August last year, with Sheikh Mohammed's express or implied authority. Although McFarlane's findings were on the lower civil standards of proof, which require a conclusion on the balance of probabilities rather than the criminal standards of beyond reasonable doubt, given the seriousness of the allegations, the Met Police are believed to be informed of the findings. See, here's one more thing. For those of you who are like, UAE spied and all this, see, UAE has billions of dollars. You can easily bribe the politicians. You can easily bribe anybody. And for that kind of power and money, I mean, they can do a lot of things. I just feel they're just dragging this for no reason. See, if UAE made UK put UAE on the red list, And then next thing you know, MBZ says we'll invest $11 billion or something in UK. And suddenly UK removes UAE from the red list. Magic. And in fact, today they came out with this MBZ photograph saying, praise Allah, praise God, there is no more COVID. Sometimes I think this, is this COVID real? Are you guys fooling people? Or how, just explain to me, how did COVID suddenly vanish when Expo 2020 came? Look at the coincidence. Expo 2020 starts, COVID is going down, down, down. Oh shit, it's going at the lowest. And Expo 2020 starts and COVID is gone. Wow, yay. Magic, right? Magic show, right? Maybe COVID is allergic to Expo 2020. Maybe they have some antivirus properties. I mean, sometimes I wonder, is this bullshit or is this real? All countries, New Zealand is saying, oh, new Delta variant. US is saying, oh, people are dying here. Europe is saying, oh, people are suffering. France is having an outbreak and they are having an outbreak. This other country is having an outbreak. But UAE magic show. See, this is what I tell people. Whether you want to believe or not believe, you take care of your health. It's your responsibility. I don't know what you want to believe. You want to believe it's fake, you want to believe it's real. You just take care of your health. Because at the end, even if the vaccine is free, the hospital stay is not free. I've checked with people, some of them even had to pay $8,000. $8,000 just to be admitted in the hospital. So if you have that kind of money, fine. You don't have that kind of money, then please take care of your health because nobody's going to pay your bills, man. And once you're sick, and one of the things I can assure you, the people who have got COVID, the people who got sick, their health has never been the same. And I'm speaking from people who I know from childhood. Some who are above 50, who have diabetes, blood pressure, their health is not the same. So please take care of your health. That's all I'll tell you. But for me to subscribe that UAE is finished, no more COVID, yay, because of Expo, this is utter bullshit. It's utter nonsense. I don't buy that. I'm sorry. Ever since Expo was coming, COVID went suddenly down. And now Expo started, COVID is gone. What the fuck are you trying to, who are you trying to fool, man? Okay, in another judgment by McFarlane, one of 11 rulings to which Guardian and other news organizations were granted access on Wednesday, it was revealed the agents working on behalf of Sheikh had attempted to buy a 30 million estate next door to Haya's. He loves her so much that he wanted to buy a house next to her house. In response, a judge created a 100-meter exclusion zone around her property and a 1,000 feet no-fly zone about to protect her from the sheikhs and the agents. Yeah, why don't you send one of those drones? See, if they have to spy, you can spy, man. What is all this nonsense? Okay, anyway. Good, at least they're trying to protect. Okay. In his phone hacking judgment, McFarlane criticized Sheikh Mohammed in the strongest terms. So, how did he just, let's hear it. The findings represent British accent. Your Honor, he's the honor. So, he said, the findings represent a total abuse of trust and indeed an abuse of power to a significant extent. He said, I wish to make it plain that I regard the findings that I now have to be of utmost seriousness in the context of the children's welfare. British accent. If you were to say it in Malbari style, they may be well of a profound impact upon the ability of the mother and the court to trust him, but any of the most minimal and secure arrangement of the contact is children in the future. Okay. So, on one occasion, no need British, okay. On one occasion, according to the judgment, when Haya's phone was hacked, 265 megabytes of data was uploaded to shit equivalent to 24 hours of digital voice recording or 500 photographs. Good, he can have a nice collection. It occurred during the period described by McFarlane as very bad at names. A particularly busy and financially interesting time in these proceedings, with the build-up to key hearings related to the mother's long-term financial claims for herself and her children. In Arabs, how Arabs would say, in the witness Yahi statement, the Sheikh was not appeared in the court through the proceedings, unlike the ex-wife who is a regular attendee, argue it is hard to see hacking allegation in the substance such difference to the contacted wife and dismissed out of hand unlawfully McFlowering, okay, whatever. So, in the latest judgment, will increase scrutiny on Britain's relationship with the UAE. Coming, nothing fuck all will happen. You just give them another billions and they'll cancel all this bullshit. They're just keeping this because it'll be a public outcry. Coming after a December 2019 ruling by McFarlane, who founded the Sheikh orchestrated, I hope I got that pronunciation right, the abduction of two of his other children, Princess Latifa, Princess Shamsa, and the later case from the streets of Cambridge, and subjected Haya to a campaign of intimidation. Actually, I feel Princess Haya, I don't know, what's her name, Latifa or Haya? No, Princess Latifa. She really looks sick. She doesn't look very well. I don't know. This is just my theory. Anyway. See, look, I feel the father loves his daughter. Maybe it can be kind of one of those overly possessive things. But if he, see, for me, if I didn't give a fuck about someone, I'd just say, fuck off, go die. But he still wants her back. Maybe he loves her. That's what I feel. But many people get angry with me when I say that. I say she's a grown-ass girl. Okay. And she's stupid. When she ran away, why the fuck did she have to put a video and all that? You quietly could have gone anonymous, like, some of these CIA programs where you just become anonymous. Nobody knows you. Okay. McFarlane used this opportunity of the phone hacking ruling to criticize the Sheikh's claim after the December 2019 judgment, in which the Dubai ruler said, as a head of the government, I was not able to participate in the court's fact-finding process. McFarlane stated that this is untrue, as the Sheikh has submitted 2 witness statements to the trial and had a large legal team that he instructed to withdraw from the courtroom rather than participate. Don't worry, I'm coming to the end. Sheikh Mohammed expensively assembled a legal team. Of course, he has the money. What do you want him to take, the cheapest team or what? Had attempted to prevent McFarlane ruling on the phone hacking by claiming that the court had no jurisdiction to sit in the judgment of foreign act of state, namely the alleged use of spyware on UAE or Dubai. However, in a separate hearing, this was rejected by the High Court and Court of Appeals, with the Supreme Court refusing to allow further appeal. See, listen. UAE has billions of dollars. You can bribe literally any Tom, Dick, and Harry and get all the information that you need. I don't know why they're making this such a big thing. If they are able to hack into Princess Haya's thing, you think they can't hack into other people's phones? What if they hacked into everyone's phones and they know what is going to happen and they've already pre-planned what is to be done? Haya fled London in 2019 with the couple's 2 young children, triggered by an ongoing legal battle over custody, access, and financial support. Sometimes I think, why are you after them? Just leave them. Just give them some money. Let them fuck off. This would be my advice to Sheikh Mohammed. Just let them fuck off. Why you bothered? But I guess maybe he loves them. Sometimes you love someone so much and you love your children so much that you want them back. Others, you tell me. Look at most of the Westerners. When they divorce, they don't want to give a fuck about their children. Some of them don't even fucking care. Just imagine if a father didn't give a fuck about his children and said, take it. Just take it and go. Like Russell Bay, take it and go. But, and if Sheikh Mohammed had done that, he had told, I give a fuck. Go fuck off. Take all the children and go. Then people would have said, see, what a bastard, he doesn't care about his children. But here, he is fighting for custody, and there also he is being called a bastard. So in both the ways, he is a bastard. In a witness statement supporting our application for the exclusion zone around Castlewood home, she has a lot of money, which she must have taken from the Sheikh. I don't think she has so much money. Anyway, that's what I think. Previously occupied by Prince Andrew, another great guy, Prince Andrew. Remember him? Jeffrey Epstein's best friend? And Sarah Ferguson. He's the same guy, right? Okay. Haya feels, and if you're talking of the high standards of UK, what about Prince Andrew? Such high, standards there. I feel as if I'm being stalked and there is literally nowhere for me to go to be safe from my ex-husband or those acting on his interest. It's hugely oppressive. I feel I cannot breathe anymore. And I feel being suffocated. I don't want my children to live with a kind of fear that punctuates my existence at all times. They do not deserve this. Then the only way what you do is become a celebrity, have a open account, Facebook, YouTube, become so famous that the whole world's eyes are on you 24/7, and then they'll realize, shit, we can't do anything. On December 9th last year, granting a request, McFarlane said that in his abduction of 2 adult daughters, the Sheikh had demonstrated his ability to act and do so irrespectively of domestic civil criminal law. Explicitly referencing that the fact that Shamsa was taken from Cambridge to Dubai by helicopter. See, so much money. The mother is justified in regarding the purchase of substantial estate immediately, abutting, what an English word, but means ass, abutting her own as being very significant threat to her security, both in terms of providing an opportunity for 24 close surveillance and close-to-hand transport hub for a helicopter, the judge said. Hi-fi English, man. All bullshit. Anyway, this is the lengthy article, which I feel has been well planned to ensure that Dubai gets the maximum damage. And if you check BBC, they have given a nice diagram what Pegasus Spyware can do. Nice. SMS, WhatsApp message can be installed via, and it can harvest everything. So anyway, I don't want to read another article. This article on BBC World is even longer. Read it. I'll put the links down below. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. I just feel this is just enemies hitting where it hurts. And they want to make sure that Expo 2020 is a flop. This is what I feel. Anyway, you let me know your thoughts. This was a video. I just got it. So, yeah, put your comments down below. This is me signing off. And if you have any photographs or videos of Expo 2020 or any news exclusive, my email and WhatsApp is put down below. So, keep me updated. Okay, links are down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.